Hallo. 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 Wir sind wieder zurück mit Trails to Azure. Mal wieder. Ist keine Side Note. Ich habe für Technik oder Menschen 2 Folgen offline wieder recorded. Einfach weil es nicht anders ging. Das wäre schon anders gegangen. Ich hätte es streamen können, aber es wäre nur ein Stundenstream gewesen. So einen kurzen Stream finde ich nicht würfeln, sagen wir es mal so. Und hier haben wir beim letzten Mal eigentlich schon so einen großen Fishing-Stream gehabt. Wir haben sehr viel gefischt. Haben noch ein paar Crypto zerlegt, haben uns nur ein paar optional Events angeguckt, aber ansonsten, ja. Wir haben über Pleroma-Gras herausgefunden. Das haben wir noch mehr getan, storytechnisch, aber das war's dann auch schon wieder. Und heute erst weiter. Zumindest jetzt erstmal ein Primär Sidequest. Wir haben nämlich jetzt noch einige vor uns. Und das erste wäre Michelin. Ich glaube, ich kann mir sogar an die Sidequest noch so ein bisschen erinnern, was hier passiert. Calling passengers to Michelin. The ship will be departing shortly. Please board at the earliest convenience. One of our supporters came from the theme park, didn't it? You're right, and involved typing machine in some way or another. I wonder what they need us to do. My story matter, and mission needs our assistance. We have no time to lose. Well, I think we all know Theotos stands on this. Some adjustment is going to be one to remember. You shouldn't enter Michelin unless you're absolutely ready to handle the request. Should we get going? It does, and we're ready. Wir sollten aber auch gleich unsere letzte Deko bekommen. Vielleicht. Alright, a time like the present. Loading others boarded a cruise ship bound for Michelin. After arriving, they made their way to the front gate of the theme park where the client was waiting. The water picker is liable to throw off the entire morning schedule. Her excuses, we received a special sports section. To happen to be hangs, for the request you submitted. Oh, that's right, you're the SSS. Let's see. Yes, I think you'll be a perfect fit. New sizing adjustments necessary. What? Sizing adjustments? Not sure I understand what you mean. How do you want to explain your request? Oh, careless of me. My apologies. I'm sure you're familiar with our park mascot, Michi, yes? Our briefing soul called No More. Theodot here is a bit of an obsession. But yeah, I really know him. Hard to live in Crossbell too long without seeing that fluff ball around. Does Michi have something to do with your request? No, it just happens he does. The thing is, we received some bad news this morning. The actor who's portrayed Michi since the park opened, well, told us he wasn't going to make it. Make it? What you told me? Oh goodness no, nothing that dire, just a sudden case of upset stomach. The plans for him to get some medicine at St. Ursula and return to work as soon as he is able. If all goes well, we'll be back in action as early as this afternoon. Still, that leaves the problem of the morning performance. That's where you come in. I need someone to don the fur and be Michi's stand-in for a few hours. Michi's stand-in? Hey, that sounds pretty fun. Alright, where do I go change? Yeah, I don't think so. You're far too tall to fit into the costume. On the other hand, I think your pal over here with the overly serious expression would be perfect. Me? Oh, come on. Not gonna lie, ich habe schon lieber Randy als Michi gesehen. Ich glaube, Randy könnte das richtig gut hinkriegen. Okay, abgesehen von dem Punkt hier. I was gonna use that kitty's here as a free pass to pick up chicks. Damn you, Lloyd. How's that my fault? It's probably for the best, otherwise Randy would have given catfishing a whole new meaning. Oh boy. Das stimmt wiederum. So back to the murder at hand. Do you think you can do it? Well, we didn't come all this way for nothing. We'll take the job. Oh, I owe you on. Now then, if there's nothing more to cover, let's... Tear, is there something wrong? You've been very quiet these past 2 minutes. Costume, actor, Absatztage, Medicine? Was kann hinter... Ja, ich glaube, es ist gerade so eine kleine Illusion geplatzt. Boop. So, the little one burst just now. Pulling back the curtain might have been more than she could handle. Be very careful with the next words to say. I will the word again. To you? No need to mind me. If she needs us, I make sure to contribute as actively as I can. That's his word to you, Todd? I know if I like the way she phrased it. Is she really okay? Everything settled? Good. Now if you just follow me into the locker room. Sure, lead the way. Crispy bug trouble started. Well, how do I look? Adorable, actually. It really screams 0. In what way? It's a full body suit, Noel. You're comfortable in there? Looks like it could get pretty toasty. I'm sure it will. It's not the most brief outfit I've ever worn, to say the least. I think height is right. Piece of loose though, so it's a little reach to move in. Just sweat the small stuff. You're gonna be doing enough sweating in the costume as is. Batman is it gonna be worth it? Mushy fangirls fawning over you, putting your arms around them with no hang-ups. I do have plenty of hang-ups with that, for your information. Though speaking of fangirls, will it you or not too? But he mentioned it, I saw I catch the staff member's attention before walking away with him. Ta-da! What up? Is that you too? You should show me depths like voice this. Don't tell me my own older brother, look on my face. You've gotta be kidding me. Oh my goodness, you look so cute too. Is this character the one who likes to play hide and seek? Yes, she's a Michette. She is a selfish girl who is always looking out for a clumsy oaf of an older brother with judgmental eyes. Judgmental? Really enough, das Pairing funktioniert ganz gut, muss man sagen. Right, yeah, we met her last time you came to the theme park. She came up to me asking if she could help by playing the part of Michette. Technically, the regular Michette's shift doesn't start until later, so I thought, what the hey? So that's where she went. Wait, where do you mean? Yes, my intention is to supervise Lloyd Mickey routine. Rest assured, I shouldn't through every blunder he makes. Ooh boy. Ah, the brutal barbs of tough love. What an adoring little sister you have, Mishy. I tried to lift my shins, gotta say, Ned. Wouldn't you be the one giving me acting directions? Sorry, but we won't have a chance. It's almost time for Mishy to start touring his way around the park. Listen, just ask yourself, what would Mishy do? And go from there. I'm sure it will help. Probably. Thanks for the word of confidence. Remember that at the end of your morning tour, you're scheduled to do the Mishi dance at the main plaza. The one I did prepare a manual for. Skim it and remember what you're saying, what you can. In a group, read the menu. Dance with passion and pizzazz. Don't forget to close the show on Mishi's signature catchphrase, let's dance and make a Mishi with Mishi. Well, that's helpful. The catchphrase I get, but his passion and pizzazz part is a little vague. To tell you the truth, we generally leave Mishi's characterization with the pattern up to the actor. For the entire history of this park, we have never even needed a written manual, until today, that is. So if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Don't let it get you down too much. Not gonna lie, impressive, dass in den Was war es ungefähr? 2 bis 3 Jahren, in dem der Themenpark offen ist. Und es bisher nur einen Darsteller für Michi gab als Mascot. Ich glaube, es sind ungefähr jetzt 3 Jahre. Sowas um den Dreh. Dass es in diesen ganzen 3 Jahren nicht so ein Vorfall bisher einmal passiert ist und das jetzt auch nur, weil er mal spontan Magenprobleme hatte. Also, Props an den Actor, dass er das so gut durchhält und so gut mitmacht. On the contrary, as to one super racing, I would tolerate even a single error. I'm getting conflicted signals here. Ah, oops, it's short time. Let's hold this up so he can get out of here. Alright, rest of us will pass the time patrolling the park then. Big like you two. The time has come to prove yourself, Lord. Yeah, no pressure. You know how I'm going to pull this one off. I guess I just have to channel my inner Michi. This was the catchphrase that stands when make you wishy with Michi. I better not forget it. Man hört ihn nicht so oft, aber selbst ich kenne ihn mittlerweile schon by heart, könnte man sagen. Alright, get out there and make those kids wishes come true. Einfach, weil es einfach so ein dummer Catchphrase ist. Ist so dumm, dass man ihn sich auch wieder einfach merkt. Let's make you wishy with Michi is so. I'm counting on you, Michi. You too, Michette. Well, here goes nothing. I just hope this all works out. Shut up, here comes our first pattern. Wow, it's Michi. Mom, Dad, look, he's already here. Well, so he is. How about that? Settle down, sweetie. You wouldn't want to tire yourself out before we get to the attractions. Yay, Michi, 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 Michi. Let me think, would Michi normally respond in a situation like this? Have a Michi magical time, of course. Well, thanks, Michi. Come on, Mom, come on, Dad. Let's hurry up and go in. Alright, alright. Oh, no need to rush. We have an entire day of fun ahead of us. Did it do okay? Very much so right. I mean, he was particularly inspired. Thanks, though I can't say it's easy to say without getting embarrassed. No, das erkennt er bei Kanal, dass du da drin bist, also go nuts. You'll get used to it. Oh, Tear, you're pro already. That was surprisingly cute coming from her. Ich glaube, sie hat's auch trainiert. Nicht mit der Voraussetzung, dass sie weiß, dass mal ein Kostüm drin ist, sondern einfach so. Give up the good work. Aber schon sagen, das Pairing ist cute. Hey, Noel, Washi. Ja, da ist eine Special Support Section Dynamic Sibling Duel. Stimmt. Es ist nicht das erste Mal, dass die zwei sich als Geschwister ausgeben. Wir hatten das ja schon bei der Infiltration von Hartmanns Villa. Oder Mansion. For goodness sake, Leute, I have an urgent progress report to make. I can't take my eyes off Waji, he runs off to get on the rides. Oh, don't be such a cop. This is how I'm going to burn the park down. We're still making our rounds, aren't we? It's time in having a little bit of fun along the way. Waji, we are the cops, not to mention on duty. Speaking of duty, you have a bit of children approaching. Und ja, nein. It's Michi! Oh look, Michette's here too! My hide-and-seek skills need refining. True. Super kick! Wow. Wait, no! I'm not saying you're conscious of Michi. Why do we even do that? I don't know what I'm going to tell you. Kicking Michi brings you good luck. Side 1. Everyone else is stored in his butt, but that's why we gotta boot it all out. Was ist die Logik dahinter? What the hell? Erzähl das den Kindern. My genius brought us up. What genius brought us up anyway? Hey, do you think it works on the same with Michette too? Huh. If you do something, how can we deal with this? Attack them! Which has a way of defending herself from kicks? Is this? Digga. Haha! Oh, it's Mishy's famous Mishy Go attack. Run away! There we show. I realized playing Kick the Mascot was going to be part of this job too. You should have. It's been one of the park's recent fads. Well, no, that's them's the breaks. For the record, I did try to help. Isn't it okay though? I was just making it up as I went along. It was fine, but it was far more preferable than losing a temper of them. Usually the kind of gentle being, driving children away by force would have been unacceptable. The judgment served you well, Lloyd. Thanks, that right. I'm just glad I didn't end up kicking Tio too. Thanks to Lloyd's dashing rescuer, of course. Which should add the sister complex to his rapidly expanding list of proclivities. Wow. You may chat as siblings, other siblings here? Not us. Incidentally, my secret indicated that Mishy's posterior is resistant to strikes and impacts. Ooh. Which was less than you expect, no? Yeah, you were right. They must have put extra padding in the costume, no wonder it's much bigger than now. Smart. Oh, look at the time. Should make our way to the next area, Lloyd. Remember to keep in mind how tight our schedule, morning schedule is. Right, I won't. See you later, guys. Welcome to bed, Lloyd. You too, Theo. Right back to sneaking rides for me. Come on, Margie, du musst es nicht noch so offen sagen. Oh, hey, guys. Nice hustle out there, superstar. You two look like you've had a hard of a day of work. How would you say it's been going so far? Well, it's a little harder than I imagined. This costume gets toasty like you wouldn't believe. I remind you, Lloyd, this is not a pleasant store taking around the park right now. You have to act as friendly as possible, thus simultaneously making the park guests feel lucky just to have seen you. Right, I will time best. There's room for error if Tio wants when she comes into the picture is there. Do what you can to keep up, Lloyd. Rescue Todd's gonna have you strung up to dry in front of the horror coaster. Bitte nicht. Oh wow, look, it's Mishy. You're right, lucky us running into him 2 steps off the Ferris wheel. Oh, he's so cute, you just have to get a photo with him. Sure thing, let's do it. Excuse me, do you think you could take a picture for us? Oh, I'd love to. A picture? Okay, stay calm. What must you do in this situation? Spin between them. It's gonna go down as the day we finally met Mishy. Wäre es nicht noch was Besonderes, auch Michette dabei zu haben? Das Geilste wäre jetzt, dass die theoretisch Tio jetzt machen müsste, Fotobomben im Hintergrund. Und dann sich wieder direkt schnell verstecken. Das würde ich so gerade so an Tio-Stelle machen. Everyone already? Say cheese! Thanks for the help! Yeah, what she said. Welcome, here you are. Aber leider Fotobombt sie nicht. Did I do okay? Who is this gerade gevoiced? Wachi DRS, Leute-san. Warum nur das? This will be a symbol of the theme park, and Mishy is in and of himself walking attraction. Doing that, the impartial course of action in case like these is to stand directly between the guests. It makes me proud to see you adapting so quickly to the ways of the Michelamite. I'm honored, I think. Well, as long as you have Tio with you, I think you'll be fine. Good luck, you two. We'll be keeping an eye out. Yeah, you have fun on your date, and we have fun on ours. No, we will not. Yeesh, at least let me buy you a bit of cola before you shut me down. Okay then, let's try not to let them or anyone else down. Let's off to the next location. Sorry for the delay, everyone. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Mishi and Mishat are going to do the Mishi dance. Yay, Mishi! That was so cute. Here you go, the dance routine. I'm starting to tense up. Should be fine, the Mishi dance is usually improvised anyway. Hey, Oliver konnte gut mithalten. Ich glaube, Oliver auch gerade ein guter Guide und auch, glaube ich, auch ein guter Michi. There's some guidelines, but I'm sure you'll manage if you use common sense. Guidelines, huh? That's why they gave us a manual about it before the job. I could just recall what it said. With pizzazz. With vigor and pizzazz. Okay, run. Out I go now. Mishi, bring it home. Here we go. Art is here. Remember? Dance with passion and pizzazz. Okay, oder passion and pizzazz. Roger. Schön wie Pom-Pom Party Minigame-Musik ist am Spielen. Aber Mishi's catchphrase. And then make a wishy with Mishi. I knew you could do a lot. Pertained total Mishi-Enlightenment. Mishi-Enlightenment, so. Right into his passionate dance brought the show to a successful close. And fulfilled his role to perfection. Lloyd had his head high, knowing he was able to make the park visitors' wishes come true. One thing finished winding down, the two substitute mascots made their way to the rest area. Once things Lesen ist heute. Oh, I think you managed to pull that one off. Well, dancing in a mascot costume was more daunting than I had realized. You can say that again. I'm burning up in here. How does the usual guy do this every day? He must be made of some real stone stuff. I would imagine so. Hey, Mishat. Oh, it's you, Mr. Hanks. Good job out there, kids. You did great. Which has been all anybody's been talking about today. I guess couldn't get enough of her. Of me? Really? Yep, they said the whole cool and aloof shtick Mishat would lapse into around Mishi dropped them wild. Maybe this is a sign that we should sit down and rethink Michat's entire character. Ich glaube, Tio hat Michat gerade ein bisschen beeinflusst. Fancy that. I'm happy to be of service. Incidentally, have you heard back from the huge actor? Oh, I almost forgot, he just came in a little while ago. He said he wanted to meet you guys. You should find him waiting in the locker room when you get back. And thanks again for all your help. It's not much, but I hope you accept this. Michat blush. Really happy, thank you, Mr. Hanks. Ready to head back inside here? Yes, let's. Michat mode and disengage. I'm drenched in sweat. I think that was the most effort you have ever given a support request. But I got out of here. Perhaps, but your mimicry was exceptionally superb, Lloyd. It was an honor and a privilege to share the Mishi dance with you. Come on, you're going to make me blush. Anyway, I think it's about time we rejoin the others. Is the usual Mishi actor still not here yet? Not I've seen. He appears to be running late. So to keep the kids waiting. Ich find's auch schön, das sieht einfach so cute aus in dem Model, wie einfach nur Tios Head in dem Mishi-Kostüm. Sehr adorable. Excuse me for that. But out in the door, hey? All the pills I've been taking don't work unless I have them after a meal. skip breakfast too, so I would end up wolfing down a lunch like you wouldn't believe. I know, that's my costume in the locker. And never meet your hero. No looks, you ain't ever seen a Russian mascot before? Come think of it, I feel like I recognize a face from somewhere or another. Oh, hello Adora, how you kids big time? Kind of Michelin Wonderland with no Michi after all. Nice work, filling in for me, boyo. Oops, what do you look at the time? I'm gonna change and prep for the afternoon shift. Transformation complete! Thanks again, mister. You too, little missy. You really saved my fur. You can just leave the rest to me. See you later! What a bro. His voice sounded like it shifted 3 whole octaves. The guy really the mushy, no doubt about it. Even out of the costume. It's not even from the same universe. Well, that was something. I feel like we just uncovered one of Crossbell's dirtiest secrets. Anyway, let's go meet up with the others, shall we? It's a bad case of never meet your heroes. YOLO is something I'm totally taught. It's been like that ever since we got back on the cruise ship. I felt like she's staring off into space. It's empty. I believe that's what they call the look of desolation. Well, let's just say she's been through a lot today. She already sick? Should we take her to see a doctor? No, I will survive. I was a bit bewildered, but I'm relieved I managed to come to terms with it. There's merely a single rung on the ladder to a dollhouse. Aww. Poor Tio. Das ist so eine cute Sidequest. Das ist so eine schöne Tio-Standard Sidequest. Ich glaube, es müsste auch eine Tio-Decoration sein, ne? There we go. Schutzfeis. New decoration was added to Tio's room. Decorated officers with this achievement. What is this building? Oh yeah. Hey Tio, got a minute? I do, I might come in, Lloyd. Is it time to depart? Just about it. Q didn't need anything else in particular from us today. But everyone said to go, yeah, da. So you can take your time if you want. I don't need, I'm ready when you are. I see you've got some new additions to your room. Sehr viele Katzen-thematische Plushies. Building quite a collection. Crossbell has a significant advantage over neighboring countries when it comes to mascot-based merchandise. This is Mushy's hometown, after all. And thanks to Michelin Wonderland, his influence is spreading abroad too. On that note, a pink Mushy over there, Michette, was it? Lisa's little sister, right? Correct. Michette is a quintessential little sister character, both harsh on and protective of a helpless big brother. She contains multitudes. Does she now? How many multitudes could a pallet swap possibly have? Oh, well, what about a black cat over there? It's the same design as your cushion, as you read it to Michi. It will be Kagemaru. He is a cat owned by the protagonist of a recent, much beloved series of novels. Kagemaru, during brand of cuteness and signature purr, have contributed to a giant surge in popularity. You don't say. Come thinking of it, I'm pretty sure I've seen him offered as a prize in a casino. To be honest, I've not really understood the appeal of these guys. I mean, they're not exactly what I would call cute. Warum denn nicht? Death Glare. Sehr schön. Forget about anything. My conclusion is fallacious, invalid, and most of all blasphemous. I can understand how he arrived at it. His charms are particularly nuanced, because my selling point being his troubled-looking face. Kagemaru is more of an atypical mascot, whose dour disposition makes him extra endearing to his fans and enthusiasts. I don't know if it's the conventional wisdom of what qualifies as cute, but paradoxically is what makes them all the more so. You make a strangely compelling point. I guess I've never put that much thought into what people find so charming about them. But while we're on the subject, why do you prefer to... which do you prefer? Do you have a favorite? Now you've done it. What? Das ist eine Frage, die man niemals stellen sollte. Man sollte bei sowas Mädchen, also Probleme sind nie fragen, was der Favorite ist. I've tried to avoid this topic, tried to remain ambivalent for far too long. But now that it goes, question has thrown open the floodgates, I will run no more. Teal? You're starting to scare me a little here. You revisit this grand debate after dinner tonight, at length. Brew yourself a pot of coffee, Lloyd. You have all night to cover every conceivable angle of this topic. But what about a book I was going to catch up on? Oh, my poor sleep schedule. You put it on yourself. Das ist eine Frage, die du dir niemals hättest stellen dürfen. Never ever. Nee, gerade schon mal hier sind. Und die Punkte und das Geld gleich mit. So. So schnell wollte ich jetzt nicht scrollen. Oh gut, Theme Park Trouble Hammer und dann als nächstes One Born over every minute. Ah, Hayworth Residence. Alright. Excuse us, you put in a request for the special support section. Hello there, SSS. I can tell you how glad I am that you're here to help with this again. Yes, thank you very much for coming. Could I ask what happened since yesterday, Chief Toller? Is that there is a new development in the case? Yes, that's correct. I feel the situation is more dire than we originally thought. I'd like to discuss it in depth with you. Alright, away. With you all right away. Would that be alright? Alright. Well, that's fine. Please fill us in on the details. You mentioned that the situation has changed since today? That it has. The evening I went to the Ash Tree Inn in another attempt to persuade Direct. I told him that Minute Carrier was far too suspicious and that he had to break ties with him. I didn't be around the bush then, huh? Not for a second, but in the end, Derek still refused to listen. That's what I have to say. Or I did learn something new. And so I heard here to discuss the matter with Mr. Hayworth. Something new? Has Minute taken some form of action? What he told caught me off guard, if I may be frank. His grip on the village is far tighter than we had given it credit for. Do you mind elaborating? When we learned yesterday, the villagers already trusted him. Does it come further than that? You see, Minute has not only secured the private property on All American Road, but also the deeds to numerous plots and fields in the village itself. What? As shocking as that is, one question comes to mind. How was he able to pull off something that big? What question? From what we know, Minif pitched a plan to increase American lotus production, as he puts it. By slowly accumulating deeds to the village's farmlands, he could expand the lotus fields and streamline their harvest. Moreover, management of the plots themselves would be contracted to the currency company to reduce the required labor. The last line up what we heard yesterday. At first blush, it sounds like a pretty good deal for the villagers. Yeah, too good to be true. As long as those deeds are in Minif's hands, he can abuse the land in any way he wants. There'll be no coming back from that. Indeed, that man cannot be trusted by any means. Yet he's already focused on the private property of ours. Even the worst case scenarios wouldn't be too terrible. But now that he's using plots of land within the village, the results could be catastrophic. You guys might be shit out of luck when it comes to breaking the contract then. That's where you come in. If we can expose him, then perhaps the contract can be voided. I know there's nothing criminal happening on the surface here, but even still, can I ask you to look into this? But yes, has never actually been all the beholden to secret protocol. Our job is to support assassins when they request it. You've given us enough reason to find Minif suspicious, so we're glad to hear. Oh, thank you, Detective Bunnings. Our villagers guardian angels. Well, I should begin the investigation. I'm at a bit of a loss on that myself. Me too, it's not as if you have any smoking guns to look into. True. In this case, why not ask Ian for assistance? Do you mean Mr. Grimwood? Yes, granted we are only working off our suspicion at the moment. But if you explain the situation to Ian, he may be able to find a trace of something illicit in Minif's action. That sounds like a good idea. Even short of evidence against Minif would be a good starting point for the investigation. I should warn you though, Ian's been incredibly busy ever since the mayor advocated for our independence. There's no guarantee we have the time to see you. Only one way to find out, of to create a Grimwood Law Office. Maybe we'll catch him, maybe we won't. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah, let's go pay him a visit. I'll leave you to it then. Ask my business associates if they have heard any rumors about Minif or the currency company. I would appreciate that. Thank you everyone, you're the only ones I can count on. So powerless in all of this, it's just pathetic of me. Don't worry, Chief Torda, we ran it from here. Just sit tight and relax. And maybe pray to the goddess for good luck when you're at it. Mariel, I'll be waiting for you. Good. Dann Grimwood Law Office. Ist da, sehr schön. Oh, Mr. Grimwood. You're afraid you might have been out of your office. I guess I was just in the middle of taking a much-needed break. But it would seem you're desperate in need of my counsel. Is it really that obvious? I've seen the looks on your faces coming through my door countless times by now. Please take a seat. I might be busy, but I'm happy to lend you an ear. Oh, apologies, and thank you. Lord has explained what he learned about Minif and his actions throughout the past 24 hours. They also mentioned that Minif had been collecting deeds to plots of land in a Morika village. I see, there's quite a predicament the village has found itself in. A case such as this would totally be a top priority for me. I just know I've been busy this past week drafting up a preliminary constitution for the mayor. I apologize, but I won't have the time to handle this case personally. That's unfortunate, but we understand. He suspected that would be the case. Still, even just a consultation would be helpful. Very well. I'll give you any advice I can while you're here. I appreciate Mr. Grimwood. So, do you have any insight on this? At this point, there's no evidence of Minif engaging any unlawful activity, at least as far as we can tell. Is there something we're missing? I do have one idea. Oh, damn, already? Possibly. An embarrassing contact of mine once provided me with some reference material for a very similar case. Though I can't say the circumstances are on an exact match. Any that could help us with the investigation is a good one. If you think this other case is worth mentioning, we'd be happy to hear about it. Oh wait, ist es der Fall, den ich denke, der es ist? Very well, I can hardly refuse your... From what I can recall. Oh ja, ich glaube, das ist genau das, was ich gerade im Kopf habe. Several years ago, a man visited the estate of an baron. He introduced himself as Rittner, an enterprise businessman working for a famous brewing company. Rittner presented the baron with an opportunity to become rich beyond his wildest dreams, and quickly had that. He proposed that the baron's barley fields, which had been passed down in the family for generations, be used to establish a brewery. The facilities would be constructed on the barony, and his family would be responsible for managing them. That was the idea, anyway. Hold on a second. What are you telling us is awfully reminiscent of what's going on in America. The baron accepted the deal and signed this contract. Then, under the pretense of constructing the brewery, the fields and a portion of the baron's land were temporarily transferred to Rittner. More, the baron converted his assets into capital for the sake of getting the business off the ground. Rittner soon disappeared with both of the deeds and the capital, never to be seen again. The hell? The baron and his family panicked after suddenly losing contact with Rittner. At the time, they had no idea of the gravity of what was about to unfold. To their shock and surprise, they learned Rittner had sold the deeds to a third party. The land was to be repurposed into a villa resort, where they had as part of a suburb instead. In the end, the baron's family raked up a substantial debt. Before long, they had lost their entire territory. With that, the family was stripped of their rank and they vanished without a trace. Damn, that's one hell of a story. The man conned them into giving up their property and sold it right under their noses. Who would even do such a thing? Es gibt 2 Fälle, die wir schon kennen aus Trails in the Sky, die uns weirdly bekannt vorkommen. The investigation really reminded me of the case. One person lies to earn another trust before running off with a large fortune. It's a common strategy for committing fraud. Fraud? Is the case is the same, the Minif may not be a Quincy company employee at all. He was simply being a conman trying to swindle America for all their worth. Precisely. I can't say for certain that's the case here, but I'm concerned it might be. I agree. There are too many parallels between the story and our case. It'd be best if we shifted our focus on investigating this as a potential act of fraud. The changes the kind of leads we should be looking into. Exactly, as far as Minif goes, there are 2 major areas that stand out to me as suspicious. First, the brain of his. We need to find out whether or not he's actually done anything to establish this American honey company. Could probably figure that out by following the mirror trail. We'd have to apply for a bank loan to open a business in Crossbell. If it's all a sham, then we'll find evidence we need at the IBC. Another point of concern is whether Minif actually is an employee of the Quincy company. The Quincy's company headquarters aren't in Crossbell though, so that will be a little tougher to ferret out. I may be able to help with that. You should try stopping by my grandfather's home. The McDowell estate? Why? There should be a brochure about the Quincy company there. It outlines how the company operates. You may be able to find some useful information. Or something like that doing the Graham's pet, Mademoiselle Lee. Because I happen to enjoy making sweets, alright? I took an interest in the Quincy company, so I ordered one of their brochures. Last I recall, it was on a shelf in my old bedroom. Then again, I doubt this brochure would have all the information we need. I would be so quick to discount the possibility. It's official Quincy company material, and might be able to find some of the conflicts with what Minif said. In other words, to cover all of your bases. Oh great, let's stop by the McDowell estate too and see how that played out. Thanks for the invaluable advice, Mr. Grimwood. Because of you, we finally have some leads to chase down. Always happy to be of service. Just to confirm, you said you were using the Hayward residence as a base of operations, yes? Here we are. Well then, I will lend you my help with this case for as long as time permits me. Though unfortunately, I can't make any promises, given my other responsibilities. That's not a problem at all, you've already helped us immensely. It's nice having a professional in the neighborhood we can lean on. I'll try to meet up with you at the Hayward later. Good luck with your investigation until then. Thanks, Mr. Grunwood. Okay, let's get this investigation underway. To start, We need to get the IOC and look into Minef's plan regarding the American Honey Company. It'd be a good idea to swing by the McDowell estate, but a brochure too. Something in there might contradict Minef's words. That gives us a total of theories to follow up on. Roger, around us until we find the evidence. Wir haben doch schon mal... Ich glaube, die Barons... Also... Ich bin mir gerade nicht 100% sicher, ob das mit Ridner und dem Barleyfeld und sowas 1:1 das ist. Aber ich glaube, er hat über die Story der Kapua-Familie geredet. Ich finde es nur komisch. Ja gut. Die sind aus der Erebon geflüchtet, ohne dass die Erebon zum Teil wissen, wo sie sind. Aber die Kapuas sind nicht spurlos verschwunden. Dementsprechend ist das so der Satz, den er meinte, bin ich mir ein bisschen unsicher, ob das hinhaut. Aber es kann auch sein, dass seine Kontaktperson halt nicht weiß, wo die Kapua sind. Und das zweite ist mit dem Weißenheim, wo wir Spenden für gesammelt hatten fürs Reparieren, wo eigentlich der Mayor Dalmor, dieser Bürgermeister Dalmor, da eigentlich einen Resort bauen wollte. Ich glaube, das ist auch ein bisschen damit connected. Aber ich glaube, das sollte auch irgendwie gescampt werden. Und Dalmor war auch nur eine Figur und Mittel zum Zweck. In dem Fall. Gehen wir erstmal zu den Heroes. Nicht den Heroes. Zu McDowell. Let's see, here it is. This is the Quincy Company brochure I mentioned earlier. Dang, they even had this sucker bound. Can't say they didn't put any effort into the thing. They found the resources to do so, considering the size of the company. What was written inside should be sufficiently credible. Then it's a good thing we stopped by for it. But let's take a closer look inside. As lead on confectionery manufacturing, Quincy Company strives tirelessly towards its next innovation. This brochure aims to briefly introduce the methods and creeds that drive our passion. We believe the key aspect of any confectionery is its taste. However, how could anyone enjoy it? With this belief, as a core tenet, the Quincy Company refuses to compromise on the quality of its product. Our factories are fitted with the latest equipment, operated with the utmost attention to hygiene. Here at the Quincy Company, we are particular not just about the quality of our ingredients, but where they are sourced as well. Our product development pipeline too is run with the strictest of standards. Prototypes are personally assembled by our executives, who, after many meetings, decide whether a product is worthy to go to market. Only then can they reach the product line. This has been a Quincy Company tradition since its founding, such that we may deliver our valuable customers nothing less than the finest confectioneries to enjoy. This is commitment to excellence that has made the Quincy Company the exceptional confectioneer it is today. What you were expecting? This is all just your typical corporate double talk. Did I manage to find contradiction between this and something manifested? Not in particular. Maybe coming from this brochure was a waste of time after all. Actually, I did notice something. You did? I get it. You just activated that all detective mode and bam, right? Well, when he was hanging, what did you find? If you remember what Minef taught us at the hotel yesterday, that is obvious. That's only a passing remark, but it still comes into major conflict with what's written in this brochure. Enough to prove that he isn't, in fact, an employee of the Quincy Company to begin with. Got a much out of this one little pamphlet. That's right, you see, if Minef... Sorry, cut you off, but where's the fun in spoiling it all now? Oh, what are you talking about? If I'm being honest, it's annoying that you're the only one who's figured it out. So why not give the rest of us a chance to save it for when we interrogate Minef? Roger, this is an investigation, not some game. I agree with Roger, actually. Your hypothesis might not be accurate after all. As a precaution, we should not ourselves be swayed by a mere hunch. Not to mention, I don't appreciate you steering the spotlight with your detective mode, as Randy put it. Why do I get a feeling that second comment was the real reason she doesn't want me to share? And if you do insist, instead I want you all to consider everything we've learned so far. I'll summarize the main points of the brochure in the detective notebook. Also left is for us to visit the embassy and see what you can find out there. Lead away! Gut. Dann eigentlich hier, da können wir uns hin teleportieren. Hello again, SSS, what can I do for you today? I would like to ask why I see his cooperation with an investigation we are working on. Would it be possible for you to do an account search for us, Lanfei? We are going to look into some suspicious mirror transfers from a certain depositor. You want me to put up private information on one of our clients then? Doing so is within company policies if it's related to a criminal inquiry. But would you mind telling me the details of the situation first? No problem. I provided all the information they had on a suspected fraud case. I see, I believe I understand the circumstances now. Will this be sufficiently probable cause for us to conduct a search? Carrying down on these kinds of things is in the bank's interest too. What would damage your reputation? You are correct, and this is related to a legitimate investigation. I can help, but you will have to settle for me simply telling you what I can pull up on my terminal screen here. That's more than enough, if you please. Hurry up. First I'm searching for an account registered under the name Minif. American Honey Company, subsidiary of the Quincy Company. There we are. We do indeed have an account opened under that name. Hold on. What happened? Find something incriminating? Well, I don't have the authority to tell you the exact balance on the record, but I will say that the American Honey Company has no more than a minimum deposit on its account. What exactly does that mean? Basically, corporate accounts require an initial sum of capital to open. In this case, the base amount is all there is. From what you've told me, that would leave tens of thousands of mirror unaccounted for. With as the construction of the factory and management of the fields and motor cover, it's simply impossible for any minimum deposit to be capable of financing all of it. That much is clear. It is by them holding the titles to the land and signing several deals, the balance hasn't changed a single time. It's suspicious, to say the very least. By which I mean, this account appears to have been made for the sole purpose of gaining Derek's trust. Please carry on adding up in here, in more ways than one. Yeah, it's just the kind of evidence we needed. We appreciate your cooperation, Lanfei. All in all, I'm glad I could be of assistance. Should you ever require anything more, please don't hesitate to ask. Keep that in mind. Okay, we now have the material on every suspicious aspect of Minif and his plan. Let's make our way back to the Hayworth residence. Got it! Residential district. Ah, it's the SSS. There you all are. Mr. Grunwald, I'm glad you could make it. Did you just get back yourself, Mr. Hayworth? Yes, I finished asking my business associates about the matter at hand. How do things go on your end? We were able to round up a few leads thanks to Mr. Grunwood. How about you, Mr. Hayworth? I did just the same, in a manner of speaking. You see, I'm not quite sure what to make of it all. You're in through the trouble of digging up the info, so you may as well share with the rest of the class. Agreed, the information may be beneficial to our investigation. I suppose you're right. As my business associate with the name Minif rang up any bells, having never heard it myself. Well, they informed me, what they informed me is that he's been making inquiries to a certain market since arriving in Crossbell. And what market would that be? Land prices in various locations throughout Crossbell. Land prices? That sounds more like a real estate agent at this point. Why do Quincy Company employee even need to get that kind of information? The answer to the chest might be instrumental in helping us figure out Minna's true objective here. You think so? It's something worth considering. Incidentally, I may have discovered something else of note since we last saw one another. Huh? Yeah, well, Chief told her. Could you help me find something in my office? At your office, Ian? I don't mind, but is it important? It isn't substantial enough to prove anything in and of itself, but we may be able to use it as a final nail in the coffin once you've pinned Minif down. Will you got something like that up your sleeve, Christian? Possibly, but we may not make it in time, so please don't wait for us. You ought to get to Amorica village as quickly as you can. If Minif is the criminal we think he is, then this plan could very well be in its final stages as we speak. I'm confident, however, that the evidence you have on hand will be enough for you to solve the case. As of luck as this is. Got it, thanks, Mr. Grimwood. Okay, guys, off to Amorica village. It's around time to reveal Minif's true colors and stop his phony ideas. That in a track. Right. Okay. Und ja, wir haben mehr als genug Informationen, weil es ist klar, dass er recht offensichtlich, dass er die Felder kaufen will, um die halt dann wieder zu verkaufen, damit dann wahrscheinlich später Häuser oder so zurückgebaut werden können. Oder Luxusresorts, weil die Area da draußen ist, zumindest für den Tourist-Spot und Hotelspots, der würde nicht gerne in ein Hotel gehen, in einem abgelegenen Ort, in der Mitte der Natur, um die frische Luft zu genießen. You get what I mean? Damn it. Did I already close the deal? Music again. A special support section. Direct, Minif, we have a few things we'd like to ask. What kind of agreements were you hoping to conduct today? I'm handling my affairs on my father's behalf again, are you? Please, Derek, there's no harm in answering their questions. After all, our plan has already been set into motion. And what do you mean by that? Before you arrived, Derek and I finished signing the requisite paperwork. In doing so, we have arranged to expand the operations of the lotus fields lent to me by the villagers. The Quincy Company will then take over the management of the fields. What? You signed away the rights of almost all of the villagers' agriculture. Is this really what you want, Derek? What are you talking about? Nothing's changing, I'm only transferring management of the fields to him. Yes, of course, it's quite simple, really. By company harvesting the honey, we'll be able to streamline production of the candy. The temporary transfer of the land rights to my company is a necessary first step to facilitate the process. What a crafty bastard. The scheme has reached its final phase, which means I and Derek will be delivering this contract to our main office. We'll be in touch come tomorrow, and I look forward to good news. That's great, are we waiting? Right. We can't let him get away. Before I go, Minif, we have a few more questions. Oh? Well, what might that be? For starters, are you aware of the allegations leveled against you? The primary of which, of course, is suspicion of fraud. What? That's absurd. How dare you insult Minif like that? Oh, now, Derek, please calm yourself. Minif? A special support section, was it? What could possibly make you suspect me of being a common criminal? Surely you have some manner of proof for your claim? For that we do. Intriguing. Why don't you tell me all about it then? But first, let me remind you that I'm an imperial citizen. If it turns out that your allegations are indeed entirely baseless, I will do what I must to right the indignity. Police officers, though you might be. Oh, that's fine with us. Right. Alrighty, let me handle this. Based on our investigation, there's no doubt in my mind that Minif is guilty. I'm going to expose him as the fraud he is and show Derek the truth. How a weak lip. If that's how you want to play this, then go right ahead. I will say anything you like. Well, the first question. Right, how are the actions in Crossbell? There's a contradiction between what you've said and what you've done. Could you please recount your actions for me? contradiction. Very well, since arriving in Crossbell, I've been cooperating with Derek to advance our plans. That plan will result in the formation of the American Honey Company, a subsidiary of the Kinsey Company. It will specialize in producing candy made from America's high-quality honey. Combined with my company's acumen, it's a surefire success. The venture has already been approved by the city and is just about prepared for launch. Tell me, what is so contradictory about it? Well, I think this plan is more like a charade from where I'm standing. Our investigation has uncovered a key discrepancy in what you just said. You see, Manif? The plan is underway. Ist eine komische Option, aber ist die richtige, believe me. The records we look into at the IBC will reveal your mistake. This plan is prepared to launch. In reality, it hasn't actually made any progress at all. The IBC? What are you talking about? Consider this. If the Kinsey Company truly intended to go through with this plan in Crossbell, they don't need a loan from the IBC to fund the construction and development of the subsidiary. Well, yes, of course. I purchased the company with the city and opened the corporate account. But that's as far as you went, isn't it? The account for the American Honey Company contained no more than the minimum balance required to open it. We weren't told the exact amount. I would speculate it's only in the tens of thousands of Mira. Just how we were planning to build a factory and run a business with the little starting capital. You looked into my ABC account? This can't be true, can it, Manif? Please don't misunderstand. Derek, I never said there was any credence to their claims. I'm merely commenting on the audacity it takes to do something so invasive. Forget it. Explain why there's hardly any mirror in that account. Being executive of the company, I must be especially judicious when moving money around. The Azure can't take out a loan on behalf of the Kinsey Company. Of course, I will be securing one from the IBC once I've received permission from the main office. Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. Adaptation. Don't count us out just yet. I can tell Manif is getting frustrated. If we continue to press him and pile the evidence, we can get him to crack. When your face tells me you have something more to ask. Oh, it just happens that I do. That was far from our only point of contention about your Manif. You're still not satisfied? Don't let him ready you, Derek. This will be a good opportunity for me to clear your mind of any and all doubt. Next, I would like to ask you about you, Manif. You said you're the executive of the Kinsey Company, but is it really true? What are you implying? I'm trying to say Manif isn't associated with the Kinsey Company at all. That's what our evidence points to. Oh, goodness me. I didn't expect you to say something so outlandish. How about I show you my business card and employee ID? Those articles could easily be forged. Regardless, we have evidence that would supersede either of those. And we found it in the Kinsey Company information brochure. An informational brochure? Oh yeah, the one in Mademoiselle Lee's room. You recorded the main points in the detective notebook. The brochure comes directly from the Kinsey Company's main office, so there's no doubt as to its authenticity. What's more, there's a discrepancy between its content and what you told us yesterday. What I told you? That's right, something you mentioned made it clear to us that you aren't the executive you claim to be. Creator of subsidiary? Nope. Is history in sales? Nope. Is this like for sweets or off sweets? Allow me to quote a statement you made yesterday. Despite working for the company, it had never been one for sweets. Do you deny this fact? Ich find's schön, wie alle außer Lloyd verwirrt sind. Lloyd? How exactly is that relevant? That's right, I don't care for sweets. What of it? I'm trying to say that someone who dislikes sweets couldn't possibly work for a confectionery company. A confectionery company in general, maybe, but not this one in particular. What are you on about? What do you work for? Confectionery police department? This is what was written in the brochure. Prototypes are personally sampled by our executives, who, after many meetings, decide whether a product is worthy to go to market. Isn't that curious? What was that? Wait. It doesn't make sense that somebody like Minif, who just likes sweets, would be hired by a company like Quincy. Not with a tradition like that. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. I mean, I've noticed that I hated sweets. That's not going to work on us. It means to not liking them in this very conversation. How stupid do you think we are? But that raises the question, why would you lie about being executive of the Quincy company? It's simple. You tend to gain Derek's trust before ripping him off. This is the only deduction I can make based on the evidence. As for the confectioner seeking to make use of the American honey, Quincy company was merely a name with weight to it, one that Minif threw around as a show of credibility. Minif, what is the meaning of this? You tricked me? Derek, don't allow yourself to be deceived by those converts. What did you just call us? I mean, think about it for a second. Let's say, for argument's sake, that I did come to America for the purpose of funding a fraudulent honey company. If that being the case, I had no real motive in deceiving my very good new friend Derek. Then what was it? Why would I go to such ridiculous lengths? If you have no proof to back your claims, then you have no right to call me a fraud. You should arrest yourselves for slander. You do bear the burden of proof, as well as providing a viable motive. As far as the motive goes, I think I have a pretty good idea. What? You sure, Lloyd? I barely even started untangling everything that's going on here. Don't worry, I've got us. The person who pointed us in the right direction today also went to retrieve the final piece of evidence we need. The last piece of the puzzle that we're asked Minif once and for all. Quit of the mumbling. If you have something to say, then out with it. With pleasure, we went to all these lengths to deceive this village with one goal in mind. Seizing the land rights. The true objective here is obtaining the land rights to America village itself. What? The trader we know by Tarot Hayworth gave us information about you. Immediately after arriving in Crossbell, Minif started looking into the land prices throughout the state. If you were employed by the Quincy company in search of new business ventures, this would make no sense. So why do it? I can only think of one possibility. Seeing land was your aim from the very start. It was? Of all outrageous schemes. There's more to it. Our carriage is surrounded by a scenic beauty, making it a high-value location. Suppose the deeds were sold to a third party as prime real estate for a villa resort. How much more do you think they would go for? And like this, I would estimate somewhere in the tens of millions of mirror. That said, I don't think the villagers would ever agree to such an arrangement. Exactly. That's what made this whole fraudulent ruse, painstaking as it was, a necessity. Now, if you assume your motive was to obtain the land itself, your actions become that much more clear. First you obtain the rights to the lotus fields, the farmland, and the village's private property. Then, under the pretext of returning to your company's main office, you ran it from Crossbell entirely. Finally, sell the deals on the black market and pocket the hefty sum of mirror they are worth. That, Minif, has been your plan the entire time. Minif, I can't believe what I'm hearing. Lord! Is that? Thank goodness, it looks like we made it in time. Derek. Father, Mr. Hayworth. Are you from Mr. Krumer's office? I'm his assistant, Pete. He would have come himself, but he had to go back to drafting the Constitution. Did you come with evidence? That we did, and that is what proved to be useful insurance. You're all going to want to take a look at this. Pete produced a photograph for everyone to see. It was a man who looked like the merchant with the same face as Minif's. Many pictures. Why do you have this? A reporter Mr. Grimwood knew in the Empire gave this to him a long time ago. The name on this photo isn't Minif, it's Ridner. Ridner, I feel like we've heard that name recently. I didn't remember. It's the name of the man who stole that Erebonian Baron's land, the one Mr. Grimwood told us about. Oh yeah, that dude. That's right, ask Ian about it again. You said there's no mistaking it. This is a plot twist I wasn't expecting. Right, why don't you do Minif the honors? Tell me the only thing this photo could mean. With pleasure. The reason the man before us Minif and the man in the photo Ridner look identical is... They're twins. This is stupid. Minif is Ridner in disguise. Is auch stupid. They're the same person. If they are one and the same, it's the only explanation. It's because they're the same person that their MOs are such a close match. Mr. Conrad came to the same conclusion. This man must have dwindling down to an exact orbal science. Real correct Minif. As such, you will be charged with attempted fraud. This is, of course, on top of the fraud you previously committed in Erebonia. I can only guess how many skeletons we will find in the closet when I get down with you. I would very much like to hear all of the details in the department's interrogation room. Damn you. I'm a professional. My work must be flawless. You meddlesome brats. Minif? Don't get full of yourself just yet. I found this the time that I want to be apprehended so easily. What? Come, my lovely beasts. Warhounds. What? Monsters? They appear to be well trained too. Just Kogas, don't freaking tell me. Once trained by the Red Constellation. Now. Derek. You've taught her. It's too dangerous. Do you have any idea what you're doing? I don't know precisely what I'm doing, and so I'm doing it. Oh, and don't think for even a second about trying to fight me. That is, unless I don't value the lives of the and the villagers. Go step aside if you would. Very well. But we shall never meet again. Derek. Damn it, we can't just let him escape. After him. No! He should get away. I've never been so frustrated. I can't believe a spineless coward like him gave us the slip. Wir können in euer Auto springen und ihn hinterherfahren. Er sollte schneller sein als ein Truck. At least none of the villagers were hurt. Let's look at a silver lining. What a mess. If you come across him again, you won't be so lucky. But now let's regroup with Chief Todd and the villagers so we can report what's happened. Yeah, that's a good idea. Can't thank you all enough for what you've done today. It's no exaggeration to say that you've saved the village from the clutches of the con man. Do we still get away in the end? Yeah, but now the department knows to keep a lookout for him. It should only be a matter of time before he's caught. Derek? I made a grave mistake and I put everyone through so much trouble just so they could fix it. But that man robbed me into a scheme and it nearly cost us all our livelihoods. Don't be so hard on yourself, you're not the one who's guilty. Wrong, it's my fault completely. No two ways about it. I was so desperate to fix and reform America and I ignored my father and almost drove it into the ground instead. I have no right to become the next village chief. This is where you're wrong. Father? I've been so stuck on the old ways that I've never tried to hear her proposals for what they are, or what they were. I've known the village will go under if we maintained our current course, and yet I've done nothing. It is my inaction that drove you to do this, thus I must bear a large share of the responsibility for letting it happen. It's very admirable, Chief Tolter. Thanks to this crisis, I finally realized where I went wrong. The welfare of this village cannot hinge entirely on the ideology of a single stubborn old man. So instead, Derek, I would ask that you provide me your input as well. We will each contribute to our ideas and discuss them with the villagers. That's the only way we can ensure a future for America. Alright, I'm so sorry, Father. From here on out, I'm going to dedicate myself to the betterment of the village. I'm happy the two of you were able to reconcile. Same. Makes almost losing your whole village to some crook worth it, wouldn't you say? Come on, Marty. Put a sock in it, Marty. Learn how to read the room. I'm really sorry about him. I swear, we have tried everything. At any rate, you're on an enormous step, so allow me to express my thanks once more. Also, all my gratitude to Mr. Grimwood. It's a shame he couldn't be here. I pass the thanks on to Mr. Grimwood and let him know what happened. Even if I only played a minor role, I'm glad I could be of assistance. I look forward to your continued partnership, Chief Tolter. Oh, same to you, Harold. If you could, keep a lookout for Minev, just in case he returns. And of course, you can always contact us if you ever need our assistance. Our worry will never be for anything related to this ordeal again. Be sure to keep you in mind. It's Search and Leisure. Achso. Played for over 100 hours. Sehr schön. Ja, Search and Leisure. I'm not gonna lie. Fasst es gut zusammen. Das ist ein chill Game, dementsprechend Leisure trifft es gut. So, dann haben wir als nächstes Package Pandemonium. Okay, die Antique Shop wird für mich geblockt. Durch diese Quest bis zum nächsten Tag. Alright. Außer den was wir Antique Shop brauchen, zumindest für heute. Wir haben Ecomira dementsprechend. Die Gesetze, die man da kriegen kann, sind eh teuer as fuck. Airport, ne? Das heißt, wir müssen hier raus. Oh, nee, du bist Billy. Ist die Bobcat da? Ja, der Bobcat steht da mal da hinten. Excuse me, are you with the Capua Delivery Service? Ich glaube, es ist auch mit Absicht, dass sie die Sidequest gerade eben mit Minne, wo man das mit Ridner hört und dem Verkauf oder mit dem Baron, mit der Baronsfamilie, die ihr ganzes Hab und Gut verloren haben, genau zum selben Tag ist wie die Capua Delivery Service Sidequest. Ich glaube, das ist mit purer Absicht gemacht. Yeah, where are you guys? With the special support section of the Crossbell Police, I came to speak with you about a support request you submitted. Oh, so it's you? Thanks a bunch, I'm in a real bind here. The job's going to take a while to complete though. Are you ready to start now? Sure. Of course you can count on us. The request was about some misdelivered packages, right? Yep, and boy, were they misdelivered. See, our company delivers parcels to places all over the continent. Unfortunately, we made an error while we were here in Crossbell. Several packages were listed with incorrect addresses by our staff and sent to the wrong locations. Oh, that does sound like a problem. How does a mistake happen to multiple packages at once? Well, our president is a little bit of a scatterbrain, to put it nicely. Oh ja, das ist er. Es geht natürlich um den Onkel von den beiden. Ich krieg gerade den Namen nicht mehr ein. Ich habe schon gesagt, Kiel. Wie hieß nochmal der Onkel? Fällt gerade der Name nicht ein. This is the first time something like this has happened ever. One time, he even mixed up a shipping label with a letter from a friend. Yep. Das ist, was wir in Trains Guide of Hurt gesehen haben, wo sie den Brief von Joshua damit vermixt haben. Kleiner Not dazu. Oh, that doesn't sound like your president's the most meticulous person out there. I won't deny it, but he's a good man. We had nowhere to go. He took us in with open arms. Oh, sorry, I got off topic there. Long story short, I need to help straighten out all the packages that end up at the wrong addresses. Usually I have a local shipping company handle the cargo once it gets to Crossbell State, so I'd have no idea where I was going. Sounds simple enough. The Abentuer will beat on where all those errand deliveries were. Oh yes, according to what I have here, the parcel intended for St. Ursula Hospital ended up in Mainz, in Siegel Inn. What St. Ursula received instead was originally bound for a private home in the residential district. I'd like for you to go to each of those places, reclaim them as delivered packages, and get them to the rightful recipients. Oh, you're also going to need these. I think this is the package that was supposed to go to that Siegel? The shoelayer was supposed to be attached to the one that was delivered to St. Ursula. That's right. So first I have to deliver this little parcel to that Siegel Inn. Then the package there should go to St. Ursula Hospital, which means you have to swap them with, you know, the more I try to sort this out in my head, the more confusing it gets. Es ist so kompliziert, ist nun auch wieder nicht. We just need to exchange and redeliver the packages in order. Yes, do that. Sorry, I know this is a mess, but I'm counting on your help. Don't worry, I think we can handle it. That's about going to that Siegel in Mainz first. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass, isn't it? Yep. Good. Dann gehen wir mal kurz nach Mainz. Wir waren auch mit einem der besten Themes. Ich glaube, ist ja auch nicht von Capua? Nee. Ich mag, wie chill das Theme hier einfach ist. Hey, it isn't the kid from the police. You're all looking to book a room with us. Oh, not quite. We came to ask about a case we're looking. You received any strange packages recently by any chance? Strange packages? Oh, as a matter of fact, the most peculiar delivery came in earlier. If anyone thought to send it to us, I couldn't even begin to guess. Do you want to know something about it? Jackpot! Well, actually. Oh, so that's what happened. So the package we received was supposed to go to St. Ursula then. No wonder it was chock full of scabers and such. I can only imagine how disconcerting it was when they suddenly arrived. We don't know the hell of it. Luca got so spooked, she was hellbent on throwing them out with the trash tomorrow. It's a good thing we made it in time. Yeah, let me give you the package you were supposed to receive. Oh, thank you very much. Now let's have a look-see. Yep, these are the barrel and shrinking classes I ordered a while back. The puzzle with this package is ours. Glad to be of service. Now then, could you please have the package that was misdelivered to you? Of course, give me just a moment. Here you are. I trust you'll get that to the hospital where it should be. Thanks, we will. Alright, let's drop by St. Ursula Hospital next. We should acquire at the reception desk. Gut, dann machen wir das. Welcome back to St. Ursula Hospital, Special Support Section. What can we do for you today? About us there, there's something we need to ask you. It concerns one of our requests. Oh, so that's what the package was. Owner's admin Martha was racking her brain over us. She thought maybe Rose made a mistake with the purchase order. Mistake, you say? This happens one of our clumsier nurses has done something to that effect in the past. Multiple times, in fact. Did she now? So does that mean the package is currently at the nurse's station? Yes, it should be. Feel free to go to the second floor and have a look for yourself. Here's hoping. It really makes it hard to go out to the poor nurse who was falsely accused. Just a little. Anyway, jetzt halt upstairs. Ja, das ist halt so, wenn du das halt zu oft machst, wird er halt nicht mehr getraut, ne? As he's around, you should be old enough to know better than this. Why is it that you can't even place a simple order without making these mistakes? No, there's gotta be some other explanation. Just like nice first, he even watched me to put the order together. I mean, sure, it took me 20 tries. Oh boy. Oh boy. We forgot the numbers right, but we did it eventually. The thing is, Maple has to put up with. You're lucky she's so fond of you. Honest, did something happen? Oh, hello, SSS. Serenia was tasked with placing an order for many supplies, but we ran into a problem of sorts. The package that arrived didn't have any supplies. Instead, it had some sort of worn-out doll inside. Gotta know why. Mind you, this isn't Zeron's first offense. Earlier this year, she botched an order of bedsheets too. Oh, come on. Why don't you believe me? I'm telling you, I know I got it right. Are you thinking the same thing I am? Yes, there's no doubt in my mind. What are you two referring to? Well, we might know a thing or two about what happened here. A misdelivery? The package we received was never meant for us to begin with? Yep, that's right. We're currently in the middle of sorting it all out. Was happened to be the package you were expecting? It appears so. These are the medical tools I placed an order for. Thank you for coming out of this way to deliver them to us, SSS. I suppose I owe you an apology, Zeron. Hope you can forgive me. I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions like that. It's all run out under the bridge now. As long as you're not still mad at me. Oh, I almost forgot. You should have put it somewhere in here. Zeron dug around inside of the package to look for something. Ah, there it is. My new Kagemaru strap. Wow. Since we're already placing an order, I figured I might as well add this to the package too. This is just so adorable. Zeron, perhaps you're going to need to have another talk after all. Sorry to interrupt, but if you wouldn't mind, could we take the package you received by mistake? And make sure it gets to the right person. Oh, why, of course. Give me just a moment. Here it is. Be careful now. Wait, kann es sein, dass sie gerade sich also privates Merchandise-Item gekauft hat auf Nacken von dem ganzen Krankenhaus. Sehr schön. Das gibt normalerweise viele Probleme. Thanks, we'll take care of it from here. Let's see, according to a shipping habit that Aaron gave us, this package was meant for a private address in the residential district. No, all we have to do is deliver it. The request will be complete. Residential district, huh? Must be one of the homes near Speaker McDowell's then. Do you recognize this address, Sally? Let me take a closer look. I think I do, but this address... Oh, it's taken. It's the empty house to the right of the Representative Campbell's. Wait, is that the house people kept saying was haunted 10 years back? Yes, that's the one. What the hell? What's going on? Is it possible someone moved in recently? I couldn't really say for sure. Only way to find out is to head there ourselves. Let's go deliver this package. Obwohl, heruntergekommene ja. Heruntergekommene Wohnfläche ist doch ein MO von einer anderen Person, die wir kennen. This is definitely the address. You're right, but this place doesn't exactly feel lived in. Know what I mean? Let's have a mess up. Maybe they wrote down the wrong address. It's possible. Even if they did, the delivery receipt actually doesn't actually list the recipient, only a destination. Anyway, we are going to find anything out for sure unless we ask. What's wrong to you? Ah, nothing. Hold on, look. It's open? It was a little ajar, so I thought it might be. Well, we may as well show ourselves in and see if someone really did order this. Yeah, I guess so. Huh? What is this material? Okay. Excuse us, is anyone home? What did I tell you? No one lives here. But it's definitely the address listed on the delivery slip. The front of it wasn't locked either. Who are you? Huh? A girl? Excuse us, little girl? Are the only one home? We had to deliver a package and... Oh, you mean she's finally here? Don't you stand there? Come on in. Kat was so excited, she didn't even let you finish. By the way, ihr werdet sehen, was es mit dem Part dieser Sidequest am Ende auf sich hat. Aber ich habe immer noch keine Erklärungen dafür. Ihr werdet schon sehen, was ich gleich meine, denn diese Part der Sidequest ist weird. We don't like we found our recipient. She's clearly expecting a delivery after... Oh, that's odd though. If there was a little girl living here, I'm sure I've heard of it. Don't know what to tell you. You met this girl 10 seconds ago. Same as the rest of us did. Just what is going on here? I wish I had a good answer for that. But for now, let's follow her in and see where that leads. Maybe she can give us a better idea of what the story... what the story of this place is. Well, here's the package you ordered, I think. And she's finally come home. Oopsie daisy. That's one raggedy doll. I think it's one of those famous, you know, from the Rosenberg studio. I don't think so. It doesn't look very expensive to me. This doll, did it used to be one of yours? Maybe? It's not ain't it. She's my beloved little sister. Isn't she just adorable? Is she now? Das Mädchen und die Puppe sehen gleich aus, by the way. I thank goodness we were able to reunite the two of you then. Thank you, everyone. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to take you back to our bedroom. Am I the only one who feels completely lost about this? Not like anyone else is home either, no parents or anything. What's wrong to you? Nothing, it was only my imagination, I think. Hey, who's in here? Someone's in the front door now? Another guest, perhaps? Her parents don't seem to be home, so maybe we should answer for her. Yeah, good call. Email her? It isn't the SSS. What are you doing in a place like this? Well, we care on police business. What brings her all the way out here from the antique shop? Police business? What the devil for? This house has been completely abandoned for over a decade. That's what I'm doing here. I've been using this building as a warehouse for my merchandise for some time now. What's the matter? You look as if you just saw a ghost. Alright, what's the big idea here? Even if Imelda is telling the truth about using this place for storage space, how do you explain this creepy little girl who just handed the door to her? Good question. Could always ask her for ourselves. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this. Right, there has to be. I'm pretty sure she went into the back door just past the living room. What? Are you screwed on right? I just told you no one lives here. What? Where did the girl go? Think she's hiding somewhere? Right, look at those. Huh? The horse I recognize the one we just delivered, but the other one. It looks just like the girl we spoke to. I think a lot of you owe me an explanation here, wouldn't you say? I'll spill it. Or would you rather arrest yourselves for trespassing? I don't think that's how it works, but I'll try to explain. I see, I see. Turns out what you said had a grain of truth in it after all. What are you talking about? I bet you one of those dolls, while traveling abroad many years back, they were said to have been crafted to resemble the daughters of a noble family from long ago. They were a set of twins, so 2 dolls were made. Unfortunately, I was only able to get my hands on one of them. There's nothing wrong with the doll, per se, but strangely, I could never convince anyone to even consider buying it. What does the last part have to do with anything? Quite active, you're astonishingly dim. The point is, you were made to deliver a second doll, whereupon you came across a mysterious girl who resembles the first. What I'm saying is perhaps that the doll came to life and summoned a twin to her, no? That's ridiculous. A certain man has always insisted to me that every doll has its own destiny. Perhaps the old fogey was onto something this whole time. Und ja, sie redet über Meister Jörg von Rosenberg Studios. Every doll has its own destiny. I do remember Meister Jörg saying something along those lines. Are you telling me that the girl we spoke to was the ghost of this doll? I refuse to believe it. The veracity of the claim aside, there's a substantial concentration of spiritual energy in this building. I can sense the presence of the 3 higher elements too, the way I could at the Moon Temple and Stargaze's Tower. In other words, what we witnessed may have been a spiritual phenomenon of sorts. A spiritual phenomenon? That'll explain the hair standing up on the back of my neck. Die Frage ist, warum sind hier die 3 höheren Elemente aktiv? I don't fucking know. And this would be a hell of a lot easier if we were just all hallucinating, but if Theodore says there's something to it, I'm not gonna tell her otherwise. You're kidding, right? I don't want to believe any of this. Oh my, but it's fun to watch you all shiver and tremble yourself, silly. At the end of the day, whether or not you put any stock into the blatherings of that inclusive doll fanatic is up to you. But one thing is for certain, and it is, now the sisters are reunited, they can finally find a proper home, by which I mean a prospective buyer. That goes for news for my bottom line. Ich glaube, Maria Bell würde sie gerne abkaufen. It's always about the money, huh, old back? Anyway, that wraps up this request, I think. Let's go back and report to that Capote service employee. Right, the sooner we leave this house of horrors, the better. Hey, looks like you managed to get all the packages where they needed to go. You guys are lifesavers. Thanks, special report section. Oh, that was no problem. So, not that this is any of my business, but... Is she okay? Her face is kind of pale. We didn't talk to her. Did we? I guess she's still a little bit haunted by the experience. I don't blame her. Give them some time and she will be fine. Yeah, don't worry too much about it. If you say so. Anyway, best get going now. If I ever need help in Crossbell again, I will let you know. Call us anytime. Be happy to assist. Genau, damit wir das. Wir springen gleich aber nochmal zurück in die Residential Area. Und in das Haus hier rein. fürs letzte Paintwork. Thank you for your success. I will be able to find a new home for those dolls now that you've reunited them to the marketable set. That should be rude, matter, but your side is better afraid of them. Selling a pair of haunted dolls is the sort of thing that can, well, cause a person. How would I ever stay in this business if I was afraid of you measly girls? Besides me, dear girl, do you truly think these are the only potential haunted items I'm keeping here? Wow. You meta, jeez. First, I could interest you in a ring set to bring misfortunes to its owners, one after another. I think we'll pass. Perhaps the bizarre collection of items she stores here is the reason this place is so saturated with spiritual energy. True. Okay, true. Damit macht das doch alles ein bisschen mehr Sinn. Aber das ist die Old Bag's fault. Makes sense to me. Mich würde es nicht wundern, wenn hier vielleicht ein paar illegale Artefakte rumliegen würden. So ehrlich bin ich. Ich glaube, wenn ihr mal einen Gralsritter mal vorbeischauen würde, ich glaube, der würde so ein paar Sachen hier mitnehmen. Gut, damit haben wir das Achievement. Wir können mal angucken, wie das Deep Paintwork aussieht, weil ansonsten bleiben wir wirklich einfach nur bei dem Tio Paintwork. Oh, so ein schönes Rot. Damit wir mal was anderes haben. Komm, passt. So. Damit bleiben uns dann noch eine Hidden Quest und ein Rosenberg, ja doch, Rosenberg Studio. Ich werde mal kurz eine Toilettenpause machen. Und dann werden wir uns um die Hidden Quest als nächstes kümmern. Rosenberg Studio könnte man theoretisch heute auch noch einen Besuch abstatten. Bis gleich. So. Sind wir schon wieder. Warum ist... Game ist wieder da. Gut. Keine Ahnung, warum es gerade das Game Capture nicht detected hat, direkt beim Rüberspringen, aber gut. Weiß ich mal. Ah. Das ist die Hidden Quest. Eine, die ich nicht kenne, glaube. Wir sprechen. Ich bin curious. Oh, da ist er. Mr. Nielsen. Aha, wasn't that you, Lloyd? Yes, hello again. I'm glad to your memory. I never forget the voices of those I've had the pleasure of interviewing. Who's this man? Is he a famous trono they met a little while back? That's right, Mr. Nielsen. Is it minds, if I may ask? I have an interview scheduled with Mayor Bixen, as it happens. I'll be asking him for his account on Mike's origins as a Septiman mining village, as well as how it has changed in the modern day. With the topic of independence looming over Crossbell, for the president to reflect on the state's history. Not a bad idea. That's a very insightful perspective to have a lack of a better phrase. I consider it a compliment. It comes to give me a pension for taking things so long right around. Quite enough about me. I heard you all contributed to stopping the terrorist attack at a trade conference. If that mind, I have the urge to interview you about the matter. Would you mind terribly? You see, there are several lingering questions I have regarding the motivations behind the attack. I suspect speaking with you will help me uncover the meaning of it all. The meaning behind the terrorist attack? It may be a bit difficult to divulge. To use right information about the case is restricted to members of the state-governed police force. If we do take your questions, we'll be pretty limited in what we can disclose. That's understandable and well from my expectations. Nevertheless, I believe there's still merit to be had in discussing the matter. What do you say? Well, our last interview with him was definitely insightful. Participating in a second one could be a good idea if you have the time. Sure. Alright, we agree to your interview. Splendid, thank you for your time. Let's begin right away then. Thank you all again for agreeing to this interview. Our topic of discussion is the recent terrorist attack that occurred at the Western Samudia Trade Conference. To begin, I would like to confirm the identity of the perpetrators involved. Could you do that for me, Lloyd? Both. Two terrorist cells. Within the major powers were working in conjunction with one another. One was the Imperial Liberation Front from Erebonium, and the other was compromised of members of covert anti-immigration faction. That's right, they were indeed the parties responsible. I will refrain from delving into their backgrounds and founding principles. However, it is worth noting that the two groups have no history of collaboration and that they mounted a united front against the conference. I'm given to understand that they were abetted by a so-called society that had also been operating covertly in the battle. The Society of Ouroboros, bringing back the terrorists were making use of the arcades inside a trade conference. Do you know of the society, Mr. Nielsen? I've come across the name before, yes. They're a bit of an enigma, to be certain. I take it, your work has led to learning of them, Sir. Wir heard a thing or two. Die haben nicht nur was gehört, wir haben auch schon mehrere Begegnungen mit ihnen. And the more we hear, the shadier they seem to be. At any rate, we can say definitely that their true aims are completely shrouded in mystery. Trying to deduce their objectives at this stage would be entirely in vain. I'm inclined to agree with that. Let's move on to the next topic then. I'd like to review the intentions and perspectives of the two major powers in regards to the attack. Was also tell me that each nation employed outside forces in secret. Both of these forces contributed greatly to the resolution of the incident. What I find peculiar is that although the Empire and Republic foresaw the attack, they elected not to prevent it, leaving both terror groups at large. I have no wonder why that is. What do you suppose they were trying to achieve, Lloyd? Real the terrorists, force Migra to resign, contain opposing political factions. The terrorist group was backed by a political faction that instead an odds of its respective countries' leaders. I think the top priority was to keep those two opposing factions in check. In Chester Osborne's case, he was looking to put pressure on Erebonia's noble faction. As President Rocksmith, he was looking to deter anyone who agrees with Calvert's radical nationalists. I agree. That's the only logical explanation for why they allow the terrorists to remain at large. As a result, the Republic tide has turned in their favor. Either country are raising their voices against the aforementioned factions. Political leverage then was the end goal. On a separate note, Lloyd, you identify this as their top priority, did you not? I find it curious. Do you mean to imply that they had another objective in mind as well? Well... Lloyd? Here you can mention one other objective. I also think it was to gain a foothold for their advancement into Crossbell. Oh? Crossbell is in their crosshairs, so to speak. That much was clear as day when both leaders offered to station their troops in Crossbell at the conference. As a terror attack fueled the narrative that Crossbell cannot keep its borders safe by itself. The only places further pressure on the state to accept their proposals. The non-aggression pact that Liberian introduced has essentially lost all power as a deterrent at this point. Moreover, Crossbell's independence proposal has placed it square in the public eye of both the Empire and the Republic, thereby redirecting the attention of either country's citizens away from their domestic conflicts and discontent. So even that was by design. I've heard of two birds with one stone, but this is more like downing a flock with a boulder. Adam, as you've all considered this in just as much detail as I have. If you don't mind, I would like to move us on to our final topic. It's apparent that the two countries had a mutual understanding as far as the attack was concerned. Do you believe this to be evidence of a greater alliance between them? Out of the question. No, I think that's out of the question. Already they both have the same objective. Sole possession of Crossbell. Yes, that's exactly right. In the end, the incident at the conference was no more than a one-time instance of them acting in lockstep. Furthermore, Crossbell is simply too valuable for either company to let it remain as a simple buffer zone. There's some room for allyship if each aspire to take it for themselves. The parallel actions tip their hands as to their conflicting motivations. Well, for a blind man, your aim is impressive. So this is all just a warm-up before the real thing. Eventually they're going to go at each other guns blazing. Wie richtig weise damit ist, werde ich nicht sagen. As I mentioned, the war of intelligence they are waging will only worsen from here. The increasing tyranny from the Jaegers and criminal syndicates in Crossbell can likely be attributed to that as well. Unfortunately as it is, I would not be surprised to see a resurgence of inexplicable incidents such as those from Crossbell's past. Inexplicable incidents? What do you mean? Oh, never mind that. Forgive me for speaking out of turn. That aside, I believe we sorted out a number of murders regarding the terror attacks. Asking for this interview was a wise decision indeed. Thank you for your time. Likewise, this was very enlightening. I think we understand the current situation more clearly now. Yes, it's almost more informative than I was prepared to handle. I'm glad you found it beneficial. Ja, okay, für mich, da ich halt schon den Overarching Plot schon kenne, war das für mich auch relativ eine klare Schlussfolgerung von dem, was ja bisher passiert ist, weil ich halt gut biased bin, weil ich kenne die Story halt schon so ein bisschen. Oder was heißt ein bisschen? Ich kenne die Story halt schon. Dementsprechend ist es für mich klar, dass die Schlussfolgerungen von diesen ganzen Geschehnissen, die passiert sind, genau halt eben dahin laufen. Für jemanden, der es zum ersten spielt, wird vielleicht sich schon so ein bisschen wundern, was könnte denn doch der jeweiligen Motivation wirklich sein. Was ich halt nicht habe, dementsprechend. Ich hoffe, das macht auch für euch das Bild ein bisschen klarer. It would be wonderful if you could chat like this again sometime. Future circumstances permitting. Oh, of course, we'd be more than happy to. Gut. Dann habe ich jetzt noch eine lange Liste für Room Decorations Events, aber die haben wir schon alle gemacht. Mhm. Ah ja, es kommt das alles gleich. Ja, es kommen gleich so ein paar interessante Sachen auf. Aber next stop, Rosenberg, Door Studio. Ich kann nicht direkt in Door Studio gehen, ne? Dann halt nicht. Oh Leute, das ist mittlerweile möglich. Ja, das Feature ist da. Oh, das ist so geil für Sapphire fahren. Leider natürlich, ich glaube, keins von denen gerade Feuer Sapphire, ne? Hat doch die Fichte tun's. Oh ja. Das heißt, ich werde bald ein bisschen rumrennen und so Sapphire fahren. Yes. Also, es ist so geil.
Meister, 本当に助かりました。なんとか明後日の公演に間に合わせられそうです。
まったくお前たちの劇団ときたら、毎度毎度要求が高すぎる。
Er ist von Abentuer, by the way. Er hat Props für die Bühne gegeben. Oder, ja, für die wieder gebaut. Weil das halt jetzt halt sein I guess, spezieller Beruf ist. Bühnenbildbauer.
オートマタの調整ならまだしも、新たな舞台装置の発注まで。わしとて暇ではないのだぞ。
本当に申し訳ありません。何せイリアさんと劇団長からの要求が高くて、
das ist true.
ついあのような仕掛けまで追加発注させていただきました。
ないだろう。我が工房の技術、お前たちの舞台に生かす方がエイドスの意志にはかなうだろうからな。
Das stimmt. Wie er natürlich weil den Kontext halt nicht kennt, deswegen es nicht versteht, aber ja.
それはそうとマイスター。前々からお誘いしている通り、ぜひともアルカンシェルの公演をご覧になっていただきたいんですが、いつも素晴らしい人形と舞台装置を提供していただいているわけですし。
相応のミラは受け取っている。わしは忙しいのだ。好意だけもらっておくとしよう。
Hat überhaupt jemals sein Studio auch richtig mal verlassen? Bisher nie wirklich, ne?
やっぱり応じてくれないか。せっかくの舞台装置、どのように使われているのか一度見てほしいんだけど。おや、確か特務支援課の。
はい。
アルカンシェルの技師をされている方ですよね。
ええ、舞台装置を担当しているハインツです。珍しい場所で会いますね。マイスターにご用ですか？
ええ、ちょっと相談に乗ってもらいたいことがありまして。
そちらは舞台用の装置を受け取りに？
ええ、オートマタの調整と新しい舞台装置の製作をお願いしておりまして、リニューアル公演に合わせた無茶なスケジュールでしたが、なんとか仕上げていただきました。いやー、劇団員一同、マイスターには足を向けて寝られませんよ。
Ja, ich kann mir gut vorstellen, dass er euch sehr ausgeholfen hat mit seiner technischen Expertise.
なるほど。
そういや、アルカンシェルのリニューアル舞台の初公演はいよいよあさってなんだよな。
ええ、イリアさんをはじめ団員全員がかつてないほど気合が入っていまして、舞台装置担当としても身が引き締まる思いですよ。
そうですか。さぞかしすごい舞台になりそうだね。
おっと、こうしちゃいられない。早く帰ってセットしないと。皆さん、私はこれでまた劇場にいらしてください。
はい、それではどうかお気をつけて。
Ich auch schön, wie sehr Buddy-Buddy wir auch mit den ganzen Argon-CL-Leuten mittlerweile sind.
しかしアルカンシェルの舞台装置を手掛けてるってのは聞いていたが、ああいうところを見ちまうと怪しげな結社に関係している工房とは思えなくなるな。
True.
そうね。
とりあえず留守じゃなくて助かった。結社の動きについて話をしてもらえるかどうか。とにかく聞くだけ聞いてみよう。
はい。
虎穴にいらずんばってところかな。
Ja. By January, the studio will be unable to visit other areas outside of Crossbell City for the rest of the day. Visited our studio. Haben unseren ganzen Kram schon erledigt. Right, use our iron auger attached to the gate.
すみません。クロスベル警察特務支援課の者です。マイスター・ローゼンベルク、いらっしゃいますか？
そう大声を上げずとも聞こえておる。どうやら聞きたいことがあって訪ねてきたようだな。あまり時間は取れぬが、少しの間であれば話を聞いてやらんでもない。
Das ist Und der Wagen ist bei dir jetzt so lustig.
かわいい。ローゼンベルクドール。オートマタのようですが。
その子に案内させるから中に入ってくるがいい。くれぐれも余計な場所に入るでないぞ。
Mhm.
さすがに喋れはしないみたいだな。
しかしまあ機械仕掛けとは思えねえぜ。
それで君、ご主人のところまで案内してくれるのかい？
Es verbeugt sich sogar. Ich finde auch schön, wie du das hörst, die haben diese Aufziehpuppen, die diesen Drehstab hinten drin
行
haben.
きましょうか。
Nachher auch immer dann dieses Geräusch, wenn sie sich bewegen. Schön, dass da einfach dieses Geräusch von diesem Aufziehding kommt.
そうね。待たせても悪いし。
ウロボロス。やっぱり底知れない相手だな。
Mit einer Gruppe von sehr vielen Weirdos, not gonna lie. Und ja, wir sollten nicht woanders hingehen, wo die Puppe nicht langläuft. Könnte schlimm enden. Alright, then the rest of the SSS then followed the automaton inside. After going through what felt like a maze, they emerged in the underground section of the studio. Patermatte ist auch hier.
ここは
すごいです。
Hallo Patermatte.
ひょっとして君らが言ってた巨大人形かい？
ああ、レンっていう子が使っていたパテルマテルだけど。
ここに保管されていたのね。
しかしまさかこの屋敷の地下にこんな場所があったとは。
Ey, auf eine Art und Weise ist das auch einfach nur eine sehr riesige mechanische Puppe.
何気に動力ネットの端末らしきものもありますし、まさか子猫はここから無線でネットに介入して。
それで何の用だ？
その時間を割いていただいてありがとうございました。
Ich vermute eigentlich ganz vielleicht, ob ich in Case, ob ich hier irgendwas vielleicht sehe, was vielleicht noch was später hintet, aber ne.
実はいくつかあなたにお聞きしたいことがありまして。
大方カンパネルらがちょっかいをかけたというところか。
Ganz genau, to be honest. Ganz genau.
じいさん、あんた
勘違いするな。確かにわしは結社の関係者だが、あくまで一介の人形師に過ぎぬ。結社の計画そのものに直接関わっているわけでもない。
それじゃあのカンパネルラという少年が何をしようとしているのかあなたはご存じないと？
知らぬし知る立場にもない。ただ彼は使徒ではなくレギオンだ。実際に結社が進めようとする計画を提案する立場にはない。それを企画立案しているのはあくまで使徒ということになる。
ちょっと待ってください。なんだか話が急すぎて理解が追いつかないというか。
Das ist jetzt nicht unbedingt, aber hey.
重要な内部情報みたいだけど簡単に喋っちゃってもいいわけ？
別に禁ぜられてはおらぬからな。
Vor allem nicht nachdem Ren und Joshua mittlerweile unter dem Bracer chillen. Die werden diese Information wahrscheinlich auch schon in der Bracer Gate weitergereicht haben.
それにこの程度の情報ならば知る者はそれなりにおるだろう。教会やギルド、大国の諜報機関ならばとっくの昔に掴んでいるはずだ。
Ja, es wissen eigentlich sehr viele, zumindest die ganzen wichtigeren Institutionen kennen eigentlich Ouroboros. Nur die Öffentlichkeit davon wird es geheim gehalten. Wo ich mir sagen muss, echt krass, dass sie das schaffen, dass die Ouroboros geheim halten, es der Öffentlichkeit nicht sagen und es auch nicht so einfach rauskommt, obwohl auch zum Teil Ouroboros doch recht im Öffentlichen agiert. Zumindest in Liberia hat es getan und jetzt tut es auch halbwegs.
にもかかわらず、あなたはここで人形を作り続けていられる。
そもそも結社の全貌を知る立場にはないからな。例えばオーバーマペットですらここ以外の複数の工房の技術からも成り立っている代物だ。言うならばここは無数にある巨大な蛇の尻尾の一つ。ギルドや教会あたりが簡単に乗り込んでこないのはそういった理由もあるのだろう。
Oder die Polizei for that matter.
なるほど。
ただ摘発するよりは必要に応じて情報を引き出す。その方が利用価値があるってか。
そう。それに加えてこの工房にも備えがある。もしお前たちが逮捕令状を取ってここに踏み込んできた場合、発見できるのはおそらくガランドの工房だけだろう。
Ich finde schön, wie er das einfach so ins Gesicht sagen kann und auch einfach weiß, dass das stimmt, was wir nicht finden könnten.
そのパテルマテルも含めてな。なんなら今この場でわしの身柄を拘束してみるか。またとない機会かもしれんぞ。
いえ、遠慮しておきます。確かにあなたからは話を伺うだけの方が良さそうだ。
ロイド、ちょっと納得はできませんけど。
賢明だな。どうやら具体的にいろいろと聞きたいことがあるようだが、3つに絞るがいい。答えられる内容ならば答えよ
う。わかりました。この老人から聞きたいこと。
Da. Das sind eigentlich doch ja, 3 gute Fragen, die uns beschäftigen.
アンギス。
Oh. Man sieht sogar jetzt schon ein Bild von ihr. I mean, Weißmann kennen wir. Dr. Novales kennen wir auch. Und wir sehen auch schon den 3. Angus hier, der eine Rolle spielen wird. Das war, glaube ich, der 7. Angus. Ich werde mal noch nicht sagen, wer es ist. Weil sie wird noch eine sehr große Plot-Relevanz haben. So ziemlich eigentlich alle Angles werden noch eine sehr große Plot-Relevanz haben. Also da.
大いなるマスターの意を受け計画を実現する7人の幹部のことだ。
Vom Aussehen her kenne ich auch noch einen weiteren Angus und den Ersatz für Weißmann. Weil Weißmann wird ersetzt, dadurch, dass er jetzt tot ist. Und noch einen weiteren Angus sollte ich, ja, also ich müsste ja 4 Angus vom Gesicht her kennen. 4? Ja, 4. Weißmann, Novartis, sie. Ja, ne, mir fällt gerade kein anderer Angus ein.
わしも全員について詳しく知っているわけではないが、近々このクロスベルを訪れるという人たちならば知らぬでもない。
それは一体どういう人物ですか？
一人は第6中にして結社の技術ネットワークである13工房を統括する男だ。結社きっての理論家にして貪欲極まるエンジニア。まあたちの悪い男だとだけ言っておこ
う。Jürgen mag Novartis so gar nicht, aber das haben wir schon öfters mitbekommen.
そんな風に言われましても、どうたちが悪いんですか？
良くも悪くも自分の知的好奇心を満たすことしか考えていない男だ。どのような目的でこの地を訪れるつもりなのかは知らぬが、少なくともクロスベルにとって良い予兆とはとても言えぬだろう。
確かに聞いた限りたちが悪そうではありますね。
そしてもう一人、鋼の名を冠する第7中がクロスベル入りするという情報がある。
Stimmt, ich kann's ja bisher erstmal bei ihren Codenames-Stil benennen. Das stimmt. Mir ist nur der Codename nicht mehr eingefallen. Ich kenne ihre anderen Namen ein bisschen mehr als wie ihre Codenamen.
鋼
なんつうかちょいとヤバそうな響きだな。
少々謎めいた人物でな。
Damit hat er auf noch viel mehr Ebenen recht, als er wahrscheinlich weiß.
一つ言えるとしたら、お前たち全員が束になって挑んでもかなわぬほどの達人というくらいか。
俺たち全員でも。
へえ、ずいぶん自信満々だね。
Na, er hat damit leider nicht mal so Unrecht. Sie ist boy powerful und ihre Bossfights sind boy spicy.
ああ、忠告程度に思っておけ。第6中と違い、高潔な人物とは聞いているが、下手に挑んだりしたら間違いなく返り討ちに遭うだろう。先ほども言ったように、わしも詳細は知らぬ。ただ伝え聞く話によると、こんな風に呼ばれているらしい。
Phantasmal Blaze Plan.
減塩計画と。
減塩計画。
意味深な名前だね。
Das stimmt.
その計画は1年半前のリベールのような異変をクロスベルにもたらすものですか。
もしそうなら絶対に認められません。
繰り返すが、わしも詳細は知らぬ。ただ一つ言えるとしたら、リベールほど結社の介入が大規模ではないというくらいだ。
Ich sage mal nur so viel, Crossbell ist auch nicht das Hauptziel von dem ganzen Plan. Crossbell wird nur leider mit da hineingeschliffen.
そもそも結社は闇の存在。本来あまり表舞台には出ぬからな。
なんつうか全然安心できねえんだが。
むしろ名前だけというのが逆に不安を煽っているような。
Gut, das mit dem Phantasmal Blaze Plan ist auch keine neue Information für uns.
DG 教団か。わしの知る限り直接のつながりがあったことはないようだな。レンがいた連中のロッジを結社が潰した事実はあったが。
それって楽園っていう。
各地の有力者を取り込むための場所だったらしいな。大方結社の息がかかった有力者をターゲットにしたため、殲滅の対象となったのだろう。レンが生き延びたのは行幸というより他にはないな。
だからといって結社ってのがまともとはとても思えねえがな。
Da hat er recht. Es macht aber Joshua einen Good Guy, weil Löwe und Joshua vor allem die beiden im speziellen Rennen gerettet haben.
正直そんな説明だけじゃ納得できそうもないんだけど。
言っただろう、わしの知る限りと。どう判断するかはお前たち次第だ。これで3つか。時間を取られた。そろそろお引き取り願おうか。
でもロイドさん。
そういう約束だ。今回はこれで引き上げよう。また機会があれば話を伺いに来ても構いませんか。
まあ気が向けばな。
Hey, also war nicht dagegen.
そもそもお前たちにとって気がかりは我々だけではあるまい。国家独立とやらを前にして警戒しなくてはならぬ勢力は他にいくらでもあるのではないのか。
Bestimmt auch wieder.
それは
まあ確かにな。
そういった勢力の動きも全部知っていそうだけどね。
さてな。さあ、帰りもその子についていくがいい。はぐれたりしたら身の安全は保証できんぞ。
Na, den Teil, weil ich so lustig, die ich an sich ein bisschen lustig finde, ne? Wenn sie einfach den falschen Weg nehmen könnten, können sie theoretisch vielleicht auch einfach sterben. Und ich mag die Dora. Sie ist cute. Und wie gesagt, ich mag das Geräusch. Es ist so sweet. Es gibt dieser Puppe sehr viel Charme, muss ich sagen. Und dass sie sich immer verbeugt. Sehr gefährlich.
リベールの異変を聞く限りシャレにならない連中なのは確かだろう。ただリベールの時とは違って大規模な仕掛けをしているようには感じなかったけど、
まあ巨大な飛行戦艦まで現れたっていう話だからね。あのパテルマテルっていう巨大人形も持ち出したみたいだし。
よく知ってるな。一家の機密情報なのに。
そんなことまでホストの間では噂が広まっているの？
まあそんなところかな。
Ich war da immer noch auf endlich noch auf dem Punkt, wo Martin seine richtige Identität revealed. Aber die ganzen Reels kommen halt erst im nächsten Chapter. Leider. Aber da kommen einige Identity Reveals.
どうした二人とも。
ああ、ちょっとな。ティオスケの方はまた別の考え事みてえだな。
そうですね。先ほど案内してくれた人形にしてもそうなのですが、結社というのはどうも遊びが多い組織だと思いまして。
遊びが多い？
ええ。エプスタイン財団や ZCF を上回る技術力を持ちながら、それを無駄に使っているような。
Das stimmt.
あのパテルマテルにしても、あんな人型兵器を実用レベルで作ったら飛行艇50隻は作れてしまいそうです。
そうなのか。
豊富な資金源があるのか、それとも。
Das stimmt, das frage ich mich auch immer noch, wo deren ganzen Vermögen herkommt. Das ist auch so ein Ding. I don't fucking know.
でも確かに軍隊や犯罪組織は基本的に効率性重視の組織形態です。
Und ich meine, ja, sie arbeiten mit einigen einflussreichen Leuten zusammen, die sie vielleicht auch Geld hinzuschieben. Aber zumindest auf dem Scale, auf dem sie halt operieren, ist halt. Da muss halt sehr viel Geld zu Strom kommen, dass sie halt auch so eine technische Entwicklung und Vorsprung haben können. You don't even wanna know.
遊びの部分などは極力持たずに目的のために冷徹に動いていく。そういった合理性はあまり感じられませんでしたね。
俺が思ったのもそこでな。いかにすごい技術を持っていようが、化け物じみた連中を抱えていようが、赤い星座クラスの両兵団やヘイユエみたいなシンジケートの方が現実的な脅威は上かもしれん。
Ich weiß ja, was da kommt, also.
ましてや帝国、共和国みてえな大国とまともにやり合えるとも思えねえ。
なるほど。
となると、そうした勢力が複雑な対立状況を作っている現在、
Das stimmt.
結社のような連中がわざわざクロスベルに来て何を狙っているのかが問題なわけだ。
そうね。テロリストたちを支援したのも単なる気まぐれだったみたいだし、どうも 現実的な勢力争いに積極的に関わっているわけではなさそうね。だとしたら現実的ではない目的のために動いているということでしょうか。
そうなるとさすがに俺たちにはお手上げになっちまいそうだな。
でも実際に何かしようと企んでいるのは確かみたいですし。
とにかく一度支援課に戻ろう。課長には話しておきたいし、警備隊やギルドにも連絡を取りたい。結社が何をするつもりでも最低限備えることはできるはずだ。
ええ、分かったわ。
そんじゃ一旦クロスベル市に戻るとすっか。
Alright. Muss eigentlich all diese ganzen Monster mitnehmen, wenn es Sapphire oder so einfach Re-Sapphire ist.
よっしゃ、畳みかけるぞ。
了解。任せて。いや。はい。
おっしゃ。
Wenn die sich on-map one-shotten lassen, that is. Was machen sie halt fast alle? Ich teste mal, wie viele Monster wir so wegkriegen können.
おっと、
あら、
早速どこかで問題でも発生したのかな。
はい、特務支援課ロイドさん。やっとつながりました。フランカ、ひょっとしてさっきからエニグマにかけてくれてたのか。
Ja, also was kabelloses Netz angeht, sind wir dort oben geblockt.
人形工房の地下に動力波を遮断する仕掛けがあったみたいだな。すまない、ちょっと特殊な場所を訪ねていて。どうしたんだ？急ぎの支援要請でもあったか？本当か？はい、すでに捜査二課が現場検証に向かっています。警備隊も動いていますし、ロイドさんたちが行く必要はないと思いますけど、念のため連絡しておこうと思いまして。そうか。ありがとう、フラン。また何か続報があったらこちらにも伝えてほしい。了解しました。
何か問題でも？
フランからの連絡だったみたいですが。
ああ。
Wetem formed a team of the train derailment that took place at the Western Crossbell Highway.
なんだと？
脱線って動力鉄道のことですよね。
ああ。すでにニカと警備隊が現場に向かっているそうだから任せてもいいと思うけど。
さすがに気になりますね。
ああ、このきな臭い状況でタイミングが良すぎだろう。
まあ単なる事故とはちょっと考えにくそうだね。
ロイドさん、
どうするの？
結社についての情報は今日中にまとめて伝えればいい。俺たちもこのまま事故現場の方に行ってみよう。例の厳重化、それとも何らかの組織による仕業か。少なくとも現場検証の手伝いくらいはできるはずだ。
はい、
それじゃあ急ぎましょう。
こりゃ車を使ってパーッと行った方が良さそうだな。
Ja, okay. Das ist ja der Trainingsstand gehen. Ich will gerade einfach noch ein paar Monster weggrillen. Ich will wirklich gerade die Sapphire haben. Wir sehen mich so ein bisschen Sapphire-Defizit schon seit ein bisschen. Und so ist halt wirklich die schnellste Möglichkeit, den Sapphire zu fahren. Leider gibt es uns ja keine Erfahrung. Das ist fair. Wir können auch die Monster auf Duo so one-shotten, weil wir halt auch so das war das Ding. Natürlich sollte ich aber trotzdem nicht in die reinrennen. Also den Dude haben wir ja schon. So, was?
この音
サイレンの音。
救急車が3台も。
やっぱり脱線事故の怪我人を。
まあこのタイミングだし
セシル姉たちも忙しいことになりそうだな。
Das
俺たちも現場へ急ごう。
Ja, gleich. Ich will nur, beziehungsweise machen wir nicht gleich, werden wir beim nächsten Mal machen. Es kommt noch gar nicht so Sachen, die man noch mitmachen kann. Man kann sich noch wieder ein kostenloses Trink mitnehmen. There you go. Und dann mal kurz nochmal rein gucke. Und mal gucken, dass wir noch ein bisschen Stuff hier machen.
任せてくれ。なんだこれ。任せてくれ。任せてくれ。よし、完璧だ。
Ja, ja, ein bisschen was bekommen, dementsprechend.
よし、これならなんとか。できたわ。よし、これならなんとか。
うまくいくかな。ごめんみんな。うまくいくかな。なんだこれ。
Nick McKenzie ist auch schön.
問題。よし、これならなんとか。大成功。
うまくいくかな。ごめんみんな。うまくいくかな。なんだこれ。
なんとか。よし、これならなんとか。よし、これならなんとか。
Komm, du sollst gut da drin sein. Ich hab gesagt, du sollst gut da drin sein. Leute. Leute. Sehr schön. Kann man die Buddha-Statue hier noch ein bisschen füttern. Und die Chizo-Statue oder so rum. So stimmt, man muss ja rein und raus. Um ihn zu resetten. Ich glaube, man kriegt von dem Master Course, wenn man das nämlich schafft. Mit allen Recipes. Wir machen das jetzt mal ein bisschen nebenbei, ein bisschen mehr. So. Aber ja, wie gesagt, wir werden uns beim nächsten Mal um dieses Derailment, also den Fall mal kümmern. Und gucken, was es damit auf sich hat. Warum sagst du jetzt, ich jetzt immer noch nicht geschafft, die 2 zu finden? Ah, doch, sie hat eingefunden. Aber ja. Wie gesagt, Aufgabe fürs nächste Mal. Denn es wird relativ spät für mich. Morgen muss ich arbeiten. Und ich sage mal wieder, ich hoffe, es hat euch bis hierhin gefallen. Ne? Wie immer, Feedback und Support ist beides gern gesehen. Lasst es gerne da. Lasst mich das gerne wissen. Ansonsten würde ich sagen, wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Wenn wir uns untersuchen, was es mit dem Unfall auf sich hat und was da passiert ist. Und es hoffentlich ganzen Leuten auch dort gut geht. Meine paar sind ins Krankenhaus gerade gefahren worden. Aber hoffentlich nichts zu Schlimmes. Mal gucken. Ja, das beim nächsten Mal. Bis dahin. Ciao. Bye bye.